Bright Tuty. Every student matters.
So let's start with the cell wall. Okay, cell wall nature, it is present only in the plant cell. In my last video I told you that the main difference between plant cell and animal cell is that the plant cell have another outermost covering which is called the cell wall. It is rigid, it is non-living, and it is freely permeable. So as you can see, it is different from the plasma membrane or the cell membrane. The plasma membrane, if you remember, it was flexible, it was living, and it was semi-permeable. And this cell wall, nature of cell wall is totally different. It is rigid, non-living, and freely permeable. It is made up of cellulose. Cellulose is a complex fibrous structure which gives strength to the plant cell. So this is a typical plant cell. This is a plasma membrane, and outside the plasma membrane this is cell wall. Okay, so you have to draw it like this. Then there is nucleus, then there are other organelles, so that is different. This is cell wall. I just want to tell you that it is the outermost, it is present outside the plasma membrane. The functions: first, it gives mechanical strength to the plant cell, because I told you it is made up of cellulose. Cellulose is a complex fibrous substance, so it is rigid, so that is why it gives strength to the plant cell. Second, it is freely permeable to water and some other substances in solution, so this enables the cells to become turgid. Turgid is it is hard, it is rigid. If, for example, I'll explain you with a very simple example. You take a balloon, okay, the outermost, the covering or the balloon material is soft. If you fill it with water, it will become turgid. That is turgidity. Okay, it becomes hard, it can resist that rigidity. Okay, so what happens, since the cell wall is freely permeable, so water can move inside, the cell will swell up, and the cell will become turgid, it will have more strength. So this is the function of cell wall. Another topic related to cell wall is the plasmolysis. Now what happened if a living cell is kept in hypertonic solution? If you remember, what is hypertonic solution? Which contains less concentration of water as compared to inside the cell. So hypertonic contains less water. What will happen? Water will move outside. So the cell will lose water due to osmosis. So it will lead to shrinkage or the contraction of protoplasm. Because cell is losing water, the protoplasm will start shrinking. But since the cell wall is rigid, it will not shrink. It will maintain its structure. So look at this diagram. This is cytoplasm. This is a typical plant cell. Now once the cell has started losing water, okay, and then it will, when it keeps on losing water, what will happen? The protoplasm, that is the living part of the cell, will keep on shrinking and it moves away from the cell wall. So this is a plasmolyzed cell. Okay, this phenomena is called plasmolysis, and this cell is plasmolyzed. Although there is no difference from the cell wall point of view, but inside the protoplasm moves away from the cell wall.